Quick break. When we return, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano will be joining us on Hot Copy today to talk about the COMELEC's purchase of expensive furniture and appliances. You're on cam, Alan. See, at the time, the poll body is seeking additional funds for next year's elections. All right. We'll show again. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, tweet your questions for him on Hot Copy. You're watching Head Start with me, Karen Davila. On Hot Copy, the Commission on Elections is seeking additional funds for the 2013 elections. But before deciding on its request, one senator wants the poll body to first explain why it ordered millions of pesos worth of expensive furniture, beddings, appliances for its rest house in Baguio. Watch this.
This is Paula's Furniture, where the COMELEC spent nearly 3.5 million pesos to furnish its rest house in Baguio City. Among the custom furniture the agency ordered are 7 king-sized beds made out of Philippine mahogany, each more than 90,000 pesos. The COMELEC also ordered 17 queen-sized beds at more than 80,000 pesos each, as well as 20 double-deck beds, sofas, tables, and chairs. The furniture was made at this workshop in Angeles City, Pampanga. Its owner says their clientele is made up of the rich and powerful and foreigners. Everything is custom-made and it has no showroom. Aside from the furniture, COMELEC also purchased curtains and blinds from another supplier worth more than 1 million pesos. The agency also has a budget for champagne glasses, flatware and dinnerware, home theater systems, among others. The total budget for the Baguio Rest House, nearly 8 million pesos. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano grilled COMELEC officials about it, given the agency asked for additional funds for the 2013 elections.
Kailangan ba, Mr. Chairman, na ang gamitin pang kama ng mga commissioners 91,250 bawat isa? Tapos malalaman ko, 7 million ng budget nyo, pang refurbish lang pala ng mga cottages sa Baguio. Sabi nyo, magre-resign kayo pag hindi dinagdagan ng budget.
COMELEC Chairman Sixto Brigantes promised to launch an investigation into the high-priced purchases. RG Cruz, ABS-CBN News.
All right, on Hot Copy, mainit-init pa to galing sa hearing. Senate Minority Leader Alan Peter Cayetano, good day to you, Senator Alan.
Good morning, Karen.
All right,
sa
tell
lahat
me.
nating kababayan. Mahirap talagang real-time yung show mo, kaya hindi pa nag-uumpisa, marami na
Marami ka nang
nagte-text at ng mga tanong.
All right, ikwento mo sa akin, what have you discovered exactly?
Well, unang-una, Karen, one of the least transparent agencies or constitutional bodies in our country is the COMELEC. Bakit? Kasi siyempre takot ang politicians dahil sila magbibilang ng boto mo di ba? I mean, this early may nagsabi na sa akin, tandaan nyo, re-electionista ka, di ba? So, but dapat automated tayo, dapat walang dayaan. So, why did we get ourselves into the Hello Garci issue, into the impeachment kay GMA? It was all about corruption. It all started in elections, di ba? I mean, how many times have you or other in ABS had shows na bakit ang politiko, ang laki-laki nagagastusin para sa ganitong sweldo lang and everything, no? So, unless we clean up elections in our country, don't expect na mawala yung graphing corruption. So, we started out looking at the budgets. Kasi si chairman, sabi niya, magre-resign daw siya kapag hindi ibinalik yung budget. So,
Magkano, how much are we talking about?
a couple of billions. Mamaya, this one thing I will clarify. We have a hearing at 2:30 this afternoon.
Okay.
Because nakita ko, ang hiningi nila doon sa DBM is 23 billion. No?
For 2013.
For 2013.
Elections.
But it is more than what they spent in 2010.
What did they spend?
Noong 2010 kasi, ang alam kong pinasa namin was 10. We'll ask them to compare the figures mamaya. No? But remember, in 2010, nirentahan yung machines, tapos binili na ng COMELEC for 1.8 billion pesos. But remember, yung contract itself, hindi lang yung machines yan Maraming kasama dyan, yung delivery ng mga gamit, yung paper. Di ba marami na suspended dyan, yung sa folder scam na, di ba? Okay. So, I wanted to have a comparison ng budget. And nagulat ako, pag tingin ko dito, nakita ko tong notice of award, no? Yung pinakita kanina sa program nyo, na yung merong 17 queen-size beds for 84,600. 7 sets ng each. 7 sets ng king-size beds for 91,000. So I did some research, and for example, no, I saw this bed on the internet, no.
Baka naman di malambot yan. Hindi, I'm curious to show it.
Sa internet lang yan, no. Parang sinearch ko lang, wala pang 8,000 pesos yan, no. Tapos tinignan ko yung Eurotex, lahat naman ng Pilipino, alam naman yung Eurotex na kutsyon, di ba, na napakaganda quality, 6,000 ang pinakamahal eh. So that's why tinanong kay Chairman, for something that you can buy for 15 to 20,000, bakit ka gagastos ng 92,000? Tapos nabasa ko sa dyaryo and nakita ko sa ibang reports, ang sinasabi ngayon, kailangan daw ng hardwood dahil malamig ang klima sa Baguio. So ang staff ko, tumingin dun sa sulit.com ba yun, yung mga bilihan ng mura sa internet.
Sobra namang mura yung tinignan ng staff mo.
Kasi dapat naman pagkapera ng gobyerno, di ba,
talagang sulit.com.
Kung ikaw ang bibili, di ba, magtitipid ka kung anong discount, di ba? Kahit mga mayayaman, tatawag pa sa may-ari ng tindahan yan, wala ba akong 5% or 20% discount dyan, di ba?
Okay.
So, yung mahogany na kama, may makukuha at 30,000 eh. So, ang point ko dito, Karen, we have a 2 trillion peso budget.
For COMELEC?
For the whole government,
Okay,
no? 2 trillion this year, no? And how many of us will really sit down at hihimayin yan isa-isa?
Yes.
Siguro yung chairman ng appropriation sa House at chairman ng Finance sa Senate and some senators and maybe Social Watch, no? Yung mga NGOs. But yung isa-isahin talaga, so like isang question ko mamaya, saan ba nila pinasok yan? Kasi hinahanap ko yung item, meron silang MOE.
Yeah. Wala bang furniture budget ang COMELEC?
Wala eh. Tapos, remember, that's only for the refurbishing. Wala pa dyan yung maintenance nung compound nila at yung mga cottages.
So how was it maintained before?
That's what I don't know also, di ba? Because every new DBM, meron reforms yan eh. So remember, you heard Ben Joc na said, what you see is what you get, di ba? Then now, Secretary Abad saying that everything will be on the internet, etc. And to be fair to them, nandyan yung reform, pero usually ang ginagawa ng agencies, nakalamsam. So makikita mo na lang halimbawa sa notice of award pag binid na. Because requirement ng batas yan. But yung pag pinapasa pa lang namin yung budget, for example ngayon, nakalusot yung budget nila, and then may another 10 million, for example, for the expensive beds next year. Pag pinasa namin yan, isasabihan pa kami. Pinayagan nyo kayo nagpasa ng budget namin. So I don't want to take the responsibility na pasa kami ng pasa ng budget na hindi naman namin na himay ito.
So I think what's important is number one, ito yun. They spent 3.3 million technically for the furnitures. In other words, to interior decorate. Ilagay mo na yun.
Including the champagne glasses and the curtains, almost 8 million.
All in all, 8 million.
Kaya mabigat sa akin yung depensa ni Chairman. Ang sabi niya, hindi overpriced at saka dapat nga 9 million yan 8 million na nga lang ang ginastos.
Ito naman, let me play devil's advocate. Let's say yung 8 million na yun is really for ilang terms ng COMELEC. Like, let's say 2 more presidents, 3 more presidents. Gagamitin naman yun ng staff. I mean, let's face it, hindi naman malalaki ang sweldo ng mga tao sa gobyerno. A little perk na they have a rest house. For me, I'm curious.
I'll never use media or sensational issues, Karen, dahil magfi-15 years na rin ako sa gobyerno So for example, ang daling sabihin na, bakit yung agency na ito, 5 million sa tubig ang ginastos? Baka naman ang bisita naman nila everyday, napakarami. Or diba, or kaya sasabihin, bakit gagastos ng ganito for decors? Yung pala, lahat ng piyesta sa Pilipinas, sila ang nagbibigay. So it's easy to sensationalize, no? But in this case, we're not talking about the employees. Kung makikita mo, meron ditong 20 double-deck beds na 15,000 lang isa. So baka ito yung sa staff o sa employee. So okay naman yun. Pero we're talking about each commissioner, meron cottage sa Baguio na minsan lang naman gamitin. Tapos bibilan mo ng kama alone, 92,000 na pera ng gobyerno.
Pero ang tanong ko, paano ba naging COMELEC rest house yun? Bakit hindi na lang parang compound ng iba't ibang agency?
I've done some research nga about that. Nung panahon kasi ng mga Amerikano, di ba wala pa masyadong aircon nun Tapos mainit sa Manila. So they would bring the government to the summer capital in Baguio at doon sila maggogobyerno. There are some agencies, for example, the Supreme Court. Ang mga justices kasi are supposed to be reclusive. Hindi dapat nag-attend masyado sa party yan at dapat yan mga well-read at dapat yan nagmi-meeting with their staff, tago, hindi nakikipag-usap sa mga tao, lalo sa mga may kaso, di ba? So, meron dahilan na meron silang place, no?
Pero meron sila sa Baguio.
Sa Baguio. But for
Iba
example, sa COMELEC, no, they have a separate compound. I don't think it's relevant anymore ngayon. I mean,
I agree.
how many times a year?
Yeah.
Kahit sabihin mo maka 20 days a year sila, di mag-hotel sila.
Yeah.
Di ba? Mas mura pa. But right now, they're maintaining it for that long and everything. No? Ang Senate, meron isa for everyone na, pati staff, ha?
Yeah.
Pero pag pumunta ka doon, ni Cortina, wala. Natulog ako doon eh. Kita ka nung tao sa labas. At kanya-kanyang dala. Kung gusto mo nga, ang meron lang doon, refrigerator, tsaka baka plato, tsaka ano. But everything else, kanya-kanyang dala. So, my point naman, Karen, is that if the commissioners want to have a nice time in Baguio, whatever, then pay for it. Diba? Ang employees ng COMELEC, may mga nagpaano na rin sa amin, pero tatago ko mo yung mga pangalan, marami sa kanila maliliit ang sweldo or grabe yung hazard o pananakot ng mga politiko or nakikita natin pag-eleksyon, no? But nagulat sila nung ni-reveal ko din last budget hearing that between 75 to 100,000 pesos meron din ang commissioners monthly, no? In the form of allowances.
Okay.
Pero meron na silang magagandang, halimbawa si chairman himself, 4 ang sasakyan niya eh. May Camry, tapos dahil nawala si Commissioner Lagman, so yung kanyang van, ginamit muna niya. Diba? Pero aside from this, may allowances din yan, pang gasolina and everything. So what I'm saying, Karen, is that kung yan mismo, no, yung magpapatakbo ng eleksyon, ganyan ang magiging attitude. At si chairman, instead of, kasi nung sa hearing, natuwa ako dahil parang ang attitude niya, sinabi pa nga niya, what he told me was, natulog ako doon, Sen, hindi naman mukhang 92,000 yan. And he promised us that he will get to the bottom of this. But a few days later, iba na. Ang sinasabi na, nililink niya sa kaso ng wife ko. Maingay lang si Senator dahil may kaso and everything, no? Well, Karen, first of all, we should give them a backgrounder.
Your wife is the mayor of Taguig.
My wife is the mayor of Taguig. She ran for mayor and before that for Congress. Ang lawyer nung nakalaban niya, yung dating Justice Tinga, is si Chairman Brillantes. He's been their lawyer for 20 years, no?
That's such an odd situation.
And when he ran for mayor, yung anak niya ang mayor. So paano kami mandadaya? So anyway, when they counted they finished counting already, walang nagbago. Kung ano resulta ng eleksyon, yun pa rin. So but even assuming, Karen, na may kaso kami or even if ako ang may kaso, what's the relevance of my kaso? Di ba ang tanong naman dito, extravagant ba yung paggastos ng 7 million o hindi? So, by giving that kind of reasoning, ang concern ko, he's sending a message to all politicians. Ilan ba ang may kaso sa COMELEC halimbawa? O sa RTC, HRET, SET? Napakarami. So, parang he's sending a message to senators and congressmen, mayors and governors. Huwag niyong sisitahin, huwag niyong sisilipin ang COMELEC. Kasi kung sisilipin niyo, sisilipin namin kayo pabalik. Diba? So, kung may problema ang wife ko sa COMELEC or may kaso whatever, they deal with it. Diba?
But were you satisfied? I mean, with how COMELEC Chairman Brillantes conducted himself throughout the case?
No, this is definitely
in terms of your wife's case.
But I don't want to lawyer for her, Karen. I mean, I can give you a mouthful and a lot of things that he's still acting like a lawyer rather than an election lawyer rather than the chairman of the COMELEC. Talagang siningle out tong case na to, minadali. Alam mo, all the other cases, nung nakita na hindi nagbago, dismiss ka agad. Ngayon, inuupuan ito. But as I said, I don't want to lawyer for her. She has her own lawyers. This is separate case. Look at my record, Karen. No? Sa House of Representatives, I went against President Arroyo and her husband because of the Hello Garci. No? Si Chairman Melo, tanungin niyo po, kaibigan ko yung anak niya, pero sa CA confirmation, ako chairman, I asked him the same hard questions. How will you deal with 2004? How will you deal with the Garci boys? What do you need? Etc. So when siya umupo, pinepersonal ko daw siya at bakit daw pinapakailaman ko ang Hello Garci, hindi pa naman siya chairman doon. But I have all the newspaper clippings. Before he was confirmed, he kept on promising he will investigate.
Did he?
When he was confirmed, he promised he investigate. When we had Director Sumalipaw, no, of ARMM in the hearing ni Coco Pimentel at saka ni Senator Gingon at Senator Pimentel, sinabi ni Chairman, hintayin mo, pag kami na nag-imbestiga, anuhin namin yan. And then in the last hearing, together when I was discussing the beds, ang sinabi niya may agreement daw siya with some senators na hindi nila imbestigahan muna 2004, 2007 muna. But I showed them a clip of Commissioner Sarmiento, no, involvement in some questionable acts in 2007. They did not investigate that at 2007 yon. And categorically, sinabi ni Chairman, hindi niya iimbestigahan ang 2004. At tinanong ko kay Senator Gingona, no such agreement. So, ang pupuntahan ko lahat nito, Karen, simple. will you be confident na Garci Boys ang may hawak ng automated machines in 2013?
When you say Garci Boys ang may hawak ng automated machines in 2013, who are the Garci Boys?
Napakarami, I have a list. No?
Yes.
But to be fair to them, Karen. Okay?
You won't name them?
Well, in the hearings, I usually do, and I have a list, no, and I give it out naman. But eto yung sinasabi ko. For the sake of the families ng mga nasa tinaguriang Garci Boys. Who are the Garci Boys? These are the people who were named in the Garci tapes and who meron lumalabas, no, na role noong 2004 elections, no, na halimbawa in one case ng isang director, yung nung kinanvas niya, wala daw kasi nagreklamong lawyers, pero nakita mas marami pang bumoto kaso sa botante, pero kinanvas pa rin niya, diba? Kinanvas pa rin, prinomote pa nila, diba?
Sino to?
Si Director Sumalipaw, no?
Okay.
So anyway, every time I tell this, ang sasabihin sa akin ni Chairman, due process. Sabi ko, Chairman, kaya nga imbestigahan mo na. Para, kung wala silang masamang ginawa, i-clear na natin yung name dahil kawawa naman pamilya nila.
Pero kung may masamang ginawa, mahirap naman i-promote.
Mahirap na may promote. Hindi lang. They're in very sensitive positions.
Good point.
Ngayon, yung video na pinakita ko na kay Commissioner Sarmiento, yung kasama niya nun, NCR Director na ngayon. So sabi ko kay Chairman, in-appoint nyo para mag-imbestiga, Director. Paano iimbestigahan ng Director ang isang Commissioner? Pero never nyo naman inimbestigahan ito. So that's what I'm saying, Karen, nakatali tong, it's not just the beds Diba? It's the whole attitude of spending money and using the money. You're gonna get 8 billion, 10 billion.
But
pero
are you
yung
doing
mga
your
taong
job?
hahawak naman, diba? And I've said this, and let me say it in national television, kung 90% ng mga taga-COMELEC ay okay, sinisira sila nung 10% na namumuno or nasa sensitive position. So I'm not saying na lahat ng taga-COMELEC, sana wala ako dito. Diba? Dahil grabe ang ginawa sa akin para hindi ako manalo. Gines niyo ako na ilang times during your show dahil sa lahat ng ano. But because of, quiet, very good people in COMELEC, to God's grace, diba? And saan ko ba makukuha yung ibang impormasyon nito kung hindi
sa
mga nagmamalasakit din na tagaloob. No?
Okay. Now, Alan, I want to ask you, because clearly, the COMELEC in terms of the electoral sabotage case didn't do very well. I mean, bail for former President Arroyo and bail for former COMELEC Chair Abalos. It came to a point that I think people got tired because nothing was really moving. So at some point, parang gave it some time, 8 months, 9 months, nung na-bail, galit konti, then out, okay na. You see, everything's so quiet now.
You said the perfect word, Karen, got tired. No?
Yeah, people got tired.
In other countries, especially Europe and the US, di ba, pag may kaso, it's not enough that you have case closed. Kailangan case solved. So halimbawa yung media in the other countries, di ba, hindi ka titigilan hanggang hindi ma-resolve. So pag sinabi si X nagnakaw, hanggang hindi siya makasuhan o hindi siya mapawalang sala, paulit-ulit yan. Na bakit ka congressman pa rin, bakit ka senador pa rin, bakit ka governor kung nagnakaw. Kung nagdaya ka, hindi ka rin titigilan. Sa ating bansa, ano sinasabi parate? Rehashed issue yan, matagal na yan and everything, no?
Or ang tagal-tagal na yun, amo na, hindi lang naman siya nag-iisang nandaya, ganun.
Ba't hindi mawala ang dayaan sa eleksyon? Because sino bang napakulong natin dahil sa pandaraya, di ba? So kung gano'n ang magiging attitude ng COMELEC, nasabihin na tuwid na daan, we can reform, pero pabayaan mo na, dati pa naman yun, hindi pa naman ako hanggang 2014 lang si Chairman Brillantes, then there'll be a next chairman So ano sasabihin naman ng susunod na chairman? Na okay lang na may dayaan noong 2004, 2007, okay lang na 2013 may dayaan. And inadmit sa akin ng mga taga-COMELEC, ang dayaan nangyayari before, during, and after. Minsan, pati sa counting, sa recounts, may dayaan pa rin na nangyayari. Even yung mga party list. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa sure kung sino mga accredited. I've already gotten reports na may konting kalokohan. Not only, yung iba, to be proclaimed lang, may kalokohan din.
I was gonna ask you about the party list because people found it admirable when Chairman Brillantes said he discovered 51 of the 56 party list representatives are millionaires. So he said a lot of them won't be coming back.
Yeah, I heard Mikey Arroyo. Ako nagtanong sa kanya noon Sinabi ko sa kanya, totoo bang nagre-represent ng security guards ang grupo nila Mikey Arroyo? So sabi niya, iimbestigahan niya. Diba? So, definitely naman, hindi naman lahat ng gawin ng COMELEC mali. But, ang walls may tenga eh. Di ba? It has ears, Karen. And you ask yung mga na-proclaim na party list, sasabihin nila, sir, we have to go through an election before kasi habang tinitignan, maraming kailangan kausapin.
Bayaran.
Then during the election, we have to win the votes. After, bago kami ma-proclaim, eto pa ang gagawin. To be fair naman sa mga taga-COMELEC ngayon, much better daw. Pero noon, meron pa daw deals na yung pork barrel for half of the year or one of the year, kailangan i-commit sa isang grupo para lang ma-accredit or whatever. So definitely maraming problema sa kahit anong sistema, sa district, sa pang-senador, sa party list. What I'm saying is that, is the chairman and is the COMELEC giving the image of a reformist COMELEC and giving a image na in everything will be very clean para walang masabi sa amin, 'di ba? But if ganito mangyayari, they'll spend 8 million for their cottages tapos pag binuko mo, galit pa sa'yo. Ang ganda na ng reaction niya nung una eh. 'Di ba? Na parang he'll get to the bottom of it and he'll find out kung sino may kasalanan. But ngayon ako pa may kasalanan eh.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue our conversation with Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. There's a hearing at 2:30 p.m. later in the Senate. So this is a preview of how it's going to be. Hot Copy, we'll be right back. All right, Senate Minority Leader Alan Peter Cayetano is with us. On the line is COMELEC Chairman Sixto Brillantes. Good morning, Chairman Brillantes.
Yeah, good morning, Karen. Morning.
All right, mamaya po may hearing sa Senado. Nasa studio po natin ngayon si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Anong solusyon nyo dito sa allegedly, supposedly extravagant purchases ng COMELEC Rest House?
Ay, hindi sasagutin ko. Although ang feeling ko lang hindi ho naman directly related do sa budget yun. Although, of course, indirectly pwede nilang ibanggit yun. But I'm prepared to present the explanation for the beds, no?
Okay.
Mamayang hapon. During the hearing mamayang hapon, I'll be prepared for that. Karen, gusto ko lang korekin ang some items kasi lumalabas na pati yung kotse kung ginagamit ko rito, na yun to yung Camry. Na sinasabing brand new na luxury car. Ito ho yung minana ko. This is a 200A Camry which I inherited from Chairman Melo. Hindi pa ako nagpapalit ng ginagamit. Bumili ho kami ng 3 bagong Starex because these were assigned to the commissioners, not to me. Hindi ho ako gumagamit ng mga luxury kwan. Luma lang. Ako nga lang ho gumagamit dito ng mga lumang minana namin. Kasi sa news lumalabas luxury raw yung Camry. Luma na ho ito. Ginamit na ho ito ni Chairman Melo noon. Minana ko lang.
All right, Chairman Brillantes, a very quick question. Itong 8 million plus na renovation doon sa Baguio Rest House, saan po ito napasok, sir, sa budget ng COMELEC? Where is it under? Do you have like renovation budget? Saan to, sir?
That is why I wanted to explain that this came from what is known as our continuing appropriation savings, which we used. 2009 pa ho ito nagastos. 2009 and 2010 and 2011, the cottages were renovated. These are 7 cottages for all the members of the commission. No? Hindi ho isa lang ito. After it was renovated, we first appropriated the DPWH, which renovated it, appropriated 9.8 million for the furnishings and all the contents of the cottages.
Kailan to, sir?
9.8 million.
Yeah, what year? What year did the DPWH?
Sila ho ang unang nag-renovate at sila rin sana ang bibili ng mga furnishings. Pero reduce namin ito sa 9 million. And then we reduce it further to 7.9. And then finally, what we spent is 6.5 only.
Okay.
For the 7 cottages, which means it's less than 1 million per cottage. So, hindi ho naman masyadong luxurious yun. Ang nangyari lang ho, yung kama, yun ho ang medyo napataas. Pero if everybody will visit the cottage, it is not that luxurious. Maganda lang ho yung kama dahil Well, sa akin, matanda na ako, kailangan ko na maganda. Konti. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabing kailangan ko 91,000 na kama. Okay lang yun. Talaga kung medyo luxurious, pero minenos na ako namin yung 9.8. Pinabala namin yan up to ultimately to about 6.5, so less than $1 million.
All right. Chairman, very quick question. These 7 cottages of the COMELEC in Baguio, kailangan ba talaga ito ng COMELEC, sir? How often are COMELEC commissioners and members there?
Oh, well, in fact, I have gone there once, no? Pero sinasabi ko nga, ito ho ang ginagamit. If there are meetings, hindi ho lang kami gumagamit nito. Our own employees, our guests. In fact, most of the time, meron ng tao doon pag nagpapadala kami ng mga seminars. Imbis na mag-hotel, ginagamit namin yung cottages namin for our own employees, our senior officials, our senior staff. Mas madalas pa nga ho sila doon kaysa sa akin, kaysa sa aming mga commissioners.
Okay.
This is being used by everybody else.
All right. Chairman, just very quickly, how much is the budget of the COMELEC for maintaining these 7 cottages?
I would not really know offhand, no? But it would not be very much. It would not be very much. And we also charge if we allow the use by others, not necessarily the commissioners, but COMELEC employees. We also charge for the use of the laundry and everything. Yun ang mga expenses. So ma-charge ko kami doon. Yun ang rules namin. Which we adopted from the Supreme Court rules regarding cottages of the Supreme Court justices.
Okay, Chairman, on another topic, bakit hindi pa naiimbestigahan yung Hello Garci scandal ang 2004 elections?
Kasi wala ko naman ako-complaint. Pinag-usapan na ho namin yan ng confirmation ko eh. Sinasabi ko nga ho, nasunog na yung records ng 2007. Nahihirapan na ho kami. Paulit-ulit na ho yan. Sinasabi ko nga siguro, iniimbestigahan pa yun ng Senado ulit ngayon. Nag-uusap kami sa Senado na sila muna 004, kami ang 007. Hanggang ngayon wala pa naman kaming nakikitang gumagalaw sa Senado. Nagkaroon ng konting investigation doon. Tapos biglang tumigil na, napunta na sa iba. So ngayon, ay bumabalik na naman sa 004. Nung confirmation ko, sinabi ko na ito, Karen, na well, we will investigate the 2004 and 2007. I am more of a forward-looking guy. Sabi ko, well, ayoko na masyado yun. Hindi naman yun ang aming priority. Paulit-ulit lang po yan. Pagka nagkakaroon ng issue doon sa kaso doon sa Taguig, yung kaso ng asawa ng isang senador, doon ho na nauungkat ulit yung mga luma ng issues. Yun ho, hindi ko maintindihan eh. Wala naman kami ginagawa.
Okay, Chairman. All right. Chairman, you had mentioned na kapag nauungkat ang kaso ng isang senador sa Taguig, no? Are you insinuating, Chairman, I want to ask you directly, that this is in a way that Senator Alan Cayetano may have a personal agenda in questioning you? Because you had mentioned it, I didn't mention it, that kapag nauungkat yung kaso. Okay.
In fact, I just wanted to show some respect, but it is the senator from Taguig who every time there is an issue in Taguig, he brings out the matter of Sumalipa, 2004, kung ano-ano. Ngayon, yung kama, okay lang yan. Pero we are in a budget hearing. We were talking of billions. Then suddenly we come to 600,000 na kama. Okay din ko yun. Hindi masama yun. Okay lang na na-erase. Pero sinasabi ko lang, I think we should go deeper into that. Hindi naman ho bakit na-erase yan. Pero hindi naman nababanggit na it is related directly to the case pending here of the wife of the senator continually raising these issues every time there is an issue in the Taguig election. Protest case before the COMELEC. Sana ho, tapatan lang. Kung may sama ng loob dahil dito sa amin, yung kaso ng asawa, siguro ho naman maganda naman na sabihin na diretso. Hindi yung tanong ng tanong, Sumalipa o kung ano-ano. Pero actually, in the back of everybody's mind or in my mind, yung kaso sa Taguig ang pinag-uusapan namin dito eh.
Okay, now, this is Chairman, before Senator Alan Cayetano asks you a question, Could there be a conflict of interest on your part given that you were the election lawyer of Senator Alan Cayetano's wife? In other words, you were... Go ahead, sir.
Sinabi ko na, I inhibited myself and I'm trying to ask the division concerned kung pwede tapusin na yan para matapos na tayo. Mapahinga naman tayo sa mga atake ni Senator Cayetano. Pero hindi ko gumagalaw kasi napipigilan naman yung pagkuha ng mga ballot boxes. Hindi ko naman kami. Yan na lang ang naiiwan na protesta na hindi pa namin nakukuha ang ballot box. Nandyan lang sa Taguig, nakuha na namin yung Tawi-Tawi. Nakuha na namin yung Davao del Norte, nakuha na namin ng Davao. Nagtagig, nandito lang sa tabi natin. We cannot even get it.
Bakit, sir, ayaw ba ibigay? Ang sinasabi nyo, ayaw ba ibigay ni Mayor Cayetano ang ballot boxes?
Nandiyan si Senator Cayetano, tanong mo na lang kung bakit ayaw niya ibigay. I would like to know. Kaya lang, ayaw ibigay, kaya hindi gumagalaw. Ngayon, nagkaroon na kami ng ruling ng First Division when I reviewed. Sinasabi nila na pinadedecrypt na nila ngayon, lumalabas na ang resulta in the picture image. So okay lang, matatapos na rin namin kasi we cannot just leave the case pending just because one party does not refuses to give us the ballot boxes.
Okay,
All right. We have evidence naman to show na talaga naman hinaharang nila. And I'll take it up this afternoon kung i-raise ulit ni Senator Cayetano yan. I'm prepared for almost anything, for everything by this afternoon.
All right, Senator Cayetano, your
Una-una,
reaction.
good morning, Chairman, at congratulations. That's a new world record. In 5 minutes, napakaraming kasinungalingan na nabanggit nyo, no? Kasi, unang-una, tingnan mo, ha?
Huwag naman ganun.
Hindi, Chairman, sabi mo, sabi nyo, Chairman, tapatan tayo. Look at my record. 2005 pa ho, bringing up ko na yung Hello Garci. Hindi pa ho kayo ang chairman, abogado pa ho kayo ng mga ampatuan, bringing up ko na yung mga problema dyan sa ARMM. 2006, same. 2007, ganun din. Nung naging chairman po ako nung CA na committee na magko-confirm sa mga commissioners, I asked the commissioners and the Chairman Melo exact questions I told you. Now, later on in this afternoon, I will show you some slides where you committed on national media paulit-ulit na iimbestigahan mo ang Hello Garci. Nung hindi ka pa nako-confirm, ilang beses na interview ka, iimbestigahan mo. Nung kinonfirm ka, baliktad po, kaya sabi ko sinungalingan. Because you were telling me now na sa confirmation mo, sinabi mo, hindi mo imbestigahan. Baliktad ho. You committed to the Commission on Appointments that you will investigate the Hello Garci. I have a copy of the press release of the COMELEC nung bago nyong kasuhan si President Arroyo at saka si Chairman Abalos. Ang sinabi nyo sa press release ng COMELEC, you will make sure that very thorough ang investigation ng 2004 and 2007. Then suddenly ngayon, ayaw nyo na imbestigahan. So what does this have to do with my wife's case? And furthermore, Chairman, kayo na nagsabi na 100% walang mali sa makina, kaya nga binili nyo na yung makina. My wife went against a Supreme Court Justice, lapit-lapit kay GMA dati, anak niya ang mayor, ang treasurer, asawa ng vice mayor niya. Pero still, nung binilang nyo yung CF cards, panalo pa rin.
Pero he was saying that you're not giving the ballot boxes.
They were trying to get the ballot boxes, and under the law, may legal process yan. Ang ginawa nila, number 40 or 50 kami, inuuna nila. And then yung mga councilors namin, may kaso din, panibasa baliktad. Yung councilors namin na nagproprotesta, si chairman naman ang abogado naman nila, hindi gumagalaw at all yung kaso. So we were complaining bakit hindi fair. At bakit pinayagan nila na tanggalin lahat ng watchers ng Cayetano camp during the election, during the time of Mayor Tinga, and pinabayaan yung ballot box na walang laman. So there are legal issues. We are contesting those issues through petitions, Karen. Kaya hindi nila makuha dahil yung division mismo at certain times upheld what we were saying. So may proseso na gusto naming sundin. So what is Chairman saying? Now, Chairman, naalala mo nung confirmation, ikaw yung hanap ng padrino para i-assure ako sa kasong asawa ko. Sagot ako ng sagot sa iyo. Sabi ko sa iyo, Chairman, wala akong hinihingi sa iyo sa kaso ng asawa ko. Ang hinihingi ko sa iyo, yung Hello Garci, imbestigahan mo at linisin mo ang COMELEC. At yun ang pangako mo sa akin. At sinabi ko sa iyo, I can name the people na kaharap natin. Even the last time tayo nag-usap, ang sinabi ko, Chairman, wala akong kailangan sa iyo dahil unang-una dapat nag-inhibit ka. Pangalawa, wala kaming hinihingi. Hindi naman kami nandaya. Karen, kung kami Protestant at gusto namin tanggalin yung nakaupo, kami ng daya, di ba, Karen, maintindihan mo, mahinihingi. Chairman, ano hinihingi namin sa COMELEC? We didn't cheat. Kami nga ang dehadong-dehado noon di ba? So, why do you keep linking? Ang question naman talaga is, extravagant ba yung kama o hindi? Tapos, Chairman, paano niyo po sasabihin na walang kilalaman tong diretsyo sa budget? Ang pinag-uusapan natin sa budget, appropriations ng pera ng tao at paano niyong gagamitin. Sasabihin niyo kulang ang pondo niyo, pero malalaman namin 7 million sa pondo niyo, gagamitin niyo pambili ng mahal na kama. Yun lang naman po issue Bakit niyo po dadalhin dun sa may kasong ganito? Tignan niyo po record ko. Hindi pa nga tumatakbo ng Mayor Silani, bring up ko na yung Hello Garci. Kahit hindi pa si chairman nakaupo nun, yung dating mga... So, bakit tayo pa ulit-ulit pabalik, Karen? So, in the end, Karen, eto ang question ko, Chairman. Chairman, ayaw mo bang malinis na yung pangalan ng mga taga sa Hello Garci? Ayaw mo bang once and for all malaman natin kung nandaya ba talaga sila hindi? Are you confident na ang mag-ooperate at mag-o-oversee ng mga makina itong 2013 ay may mga kaso over their head na yung Hello Garci?
All right, very quickly, we don't have enough time. Chairman Brillantes, I'll let you react to that so you can properly respond to all of Senator Alan Cayetano's allegations. Go ahead, Chairman.
1 minute lang, Kwan. Yung sumalipaw ho, iyan hong kaso yan, inimbestigahan ho yan ng House, nandun si Senator Cayetano, inimbestigahan ng Senado, inimbestigahan yung Garci. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Chairman. I'm listening.
Inimbestigahan lahat yan. Walang nangyari sa kanila. Hindi pa ako kasali dyan noon. Pinaimbestigahan sa akin, pumasok ako ng chairman. Sabi ko, iimbestigahan ko 2004 o 007. Nung umpisa na namin doon sa joint panel yung investigasyon, pinasukan ng Senado. Sabi nila kami na muna 04, kayo 07. O kaya tumigil kami sa 04, tumuloy ang Senado, hindi naman nila tinuloy. So okay lang. So ngayon kasalanan ko pa rin na hindi tumutuloy yung sumalipaw. Okay. Sinasabi ko nga, iimbestigahan namin yan kung sabihin na Senado, hindi na sila magtutuloy. Okay lang ho. Pero marami ho kaming hinaharap na iba. At yung 2004, kung tutuusin ho yan, ang tagal-tagal niya inimbestigahan yan ng Senado at House of Representatives. Wala hong nangyari. Puro ingay ho nangyari doon sa House. Puro ingay nangyari sa Senado. Anong naging resulta na ho? Meron ba silang nahabol kay Garci? Wala.
Okay.
Yung sa Taguig case naman ho, yun lang ho, Kare.
Go ahead, sir.
Yung Taguig case, I will bring the entire records because Commissioner Sarmiento is coming. And we will see because the entire records would show what really happened. Kung paano ho dinelay yung retrieval ng ballot boxes. Kung paano nagtagal na hanggang ngayon, yan na lang ang naiiwanan na kaso na hindi namin nabubuksan ng ballot box.
Okay. All right. Chairman Brillantes, we don't have enough time, but I want to ask you one last question very quickly. You believe that everything Senator Alan Cayetano is raising in the hearings is based on his personal issues with his wife case? This is what you believe?
Yes. It's very, very clear. When it was my confirmation, he kept on raising the Taguig case. Now we're in the budget hearing. He's raising the Taguig case. When we had the budget hearing last year, he was raising the Taguig case. And I have witnesses also to show that. Puro Taguig case, puro asawa alam kong mahal ni Senator yung asawa niya, pero hindi ko naman patatalo.
Chairman, yun lang ang sinabi, Chairman, yun lang ang totoong sinabi mo na mahal ko yung asawa ko. Pero Chairman, I never brought up the Taguig case sa hearings. I only brought up one incident na peke yung report na isa. But you have been mistaken for Congressman Tinga. He brought it up in the House hearings and trying to pressure the Commission. I never brought it up. Hello Garci parati ang bring up.
Sa Senator, sa budget hearing last year, November,
all right.
Kaya natagalan
Okay. Chairman, first of all, I want to thank you for coming to the show. I regret it that we don't have enough time, but I really appreciate it, Chairman, that you were very forthright and very candid on Head Start this morning. Thank you very much, Chairman Brillantes. I'll see you soon, sir.
Thank you very much, Magandang umaga, Mr. Senator. Thank you.
Good morning.
All right, very quickly, Senator, I'm not trying to cut you. It's 9:02 in the morning, but I want you to close this. It's taken a whole other world.
Karen,
for him, this is my agenda ka.
Simple lang, Karen. Ako, pwede naman ako mag-inhibit dito. may isang senador lang at mangako lang si chairman, hindi lang mangako, gawin na niya na imbestigahan na yung Hello Garci. They created a panel. Ang sabi nila sa panel, DOJ at COMELEC imbestigahan 2004-2007. Ngayon, halos pinawalang sala niya na eh. Paulit-ulit siya. Ang House at Senate, paulit-ulit.
But why? What do you achieve by inhibiting? That doesn't make sense.
What I'm saying, Karen, I want to prove to people, I don't have a personal interest here. What I want to do is lahat na nagsakripisyo noong 2004-2007 mag-witness at lahat ng future election, siguraduhin natin. The chairman basically, pinawalang sala niya na si Garci at yung si Director Sumalipaw and everything. So you can see his bias.
So you are not happy with his performance?
No, he already said before he will investigate. Ngayon, ayaw na niya at sinabi pa niya, panay-ingay lang yon. Si GMA po ang presidente nun, kaya walang nangyari sa hearings.
Okay.
But lastly, Karen, remember, he was the lawyer for Fernando Poe Jr. Ang alam ko, lahat ng ibang abogado, pag nadaya ang kliyente nila, at may pag-asa na siyang i-prove na eto talagang nanalo at dinaya, gagawin niya lahat, ibaliktad eh. Ang dinidepensahan niya ngayon, yung mga nandaya.
Okay, all right. Senator
Good morning.
Alan Cayetano, thank you so much. That's Get Start today. My apologies to the next show. I'm Karen Davila. Have a good day, everyone. Replay of this interview is at 6 p.m. tonight. So expect a heated debate in the Senate this afternoon. That's at 2:30. Thank you, everyone.